Hello, this is Sensor Gaming here with a new stream. And this stream we'll be going over the Reddit Online event month for this month and Reddit Online, whatever, I'll intro I typically do, whatever. But yeah. Starting off, I wanted to do the 2 times money, gold and XP, Emperor of the East on my title, but I would have had to word it kind of weird with only 100 characters. So in a sense, I kind of feel that one's kind of the most significant thing going on for the month. But yeah, because if it's better for my title, I went for the 2 times gold and XP for the call to arms. More details on it all later, and this benefits section and whatnot, and this deadass game and everything. Funnily enough, Reddit Online actually kind of is a better event, I feel, for the GTA when it comes to this week though. GTA apparently didn't even get a new content edition, just the most significant thing is the fucking crowbar in the fucking gun van. And then they took away a vehicle, and that was basically it. So in a sense, I feel Right Online actually is a better event for 1 week at least. That's pretty funny. But yeah. Hardcore Telegram missions, there's 3 times rewards for February 27th. So it seems that the end of the month it will refresh for the event thing. Because the newswire for the current one started on January 31st. So maybe it's kind of a new thing they're doing where they're going until the end of the current month in a sense. Because yeah, there's still have the February 28th, pretty interesting there. But yeah, 3 times money, gold, and XP for hardcore Telegram missions. Every single one of those hardcore Telegram missions will be free aim only. So if you are not a big fan of free aim only, then this isn't really going to be that great of a money opportunity. I can definitely say that much right now. And yeah, I swear on these Telegram missions, there's definitely 3 different difficulties. I think it goes up to ruthless difficulty and stuff. I think it's 3 different difficulties. But yeah, all of them are hardcore though, so every single difficulty will have no free aim and stuff. But yeah, free aim on John. But yeah, money perhaps on the higher difficulty, the highest difficulty can perhaps be pretty alright, but again, since you're having a free aim and stuff, there's definitely better things you can do for making money totally, even when it comes to other event stuff in particular. When strictly focusing on event stuff in particular, I definitely think there's better stuff for money. Gold, I think the call to arms would honestly be better for gold, because I don't even think it would even make anywhere near 2 gold bars on this one. So that assumes it can actually do a whole 10 ways to call to arms. That assumes you can do that. And yeah, the XP, the call to arms again would be much better off than this for XP. So it's only really fun if you want to have a constant fun challenge to do essentially. I would say it's not going to be super worth it for either of those things going on. I would say. I mean, at least it's not some of the free mode stuff going on. There's free mode stuff going on, and you need to rely on chance that the event even happens and stuff in the first place. So it's not the worst thing I would say for money and stuff this event at least, but it's definitely nowhere near the greatest either. I mean, it's a tough business, and then the Skelding's contract. Those are the things that seem to count for the hardcore. Seems to be the only thing on that one. Alright. Apparently I got 50% of stock nitrous roll item and... Oh, alright. actually it's the same thing twice, okay. Must have been from the previous thing. Okay, and then this one has 2 things on it. And they all seem to relate into some of the free roam stuff going on. But yeah, there will be double rewards for free roam missions for the 27th. Take a mission solo or with a posse for 30% XP boost. That applies to free roam events and bounties per month. Wait, what? Okay. But yeah, there are 2 times is like the money, gold, and then XP. So wait. What's even the point of highlighting the like trade route one then? I think when it says free roam events, probably more like the regular ones and then also the bounty ones. So I assume like collector free roam events, naturalist, and like moonshiner free roam events, I assume those do not count towards the 2 times on the left. And then the one on the right is just particular for like the trader related free roam event. That's probably why they particularly mention the trade route one there, because that's probably like the only role one going on aside for like the free roam bounty thing going on the left. But yeah, in addition to 2 times XP in general, it looks like with a posse you also get 30% more on top of that, so you can maybe make some pretty decent XP perhaps when you're in a posse in addition to the 2 times. It could be quite a nice way of getting XP if you don't want to bother with the called arms. But yeah, money payouts I feel aren't necessarily the greatest for free roam missions though. Pretty much the money payouts for every free roam mission is pretty much the same for like the general money payout. So I don't remember the money being all that worth it for free roam missions where you have to like go into separate lobbies and stuff. Gold. Free roam events can be kind of quick in a sense, so given they're kind of quick, I guess the gold could be alright on them, I suppose, when they do show up and everything. But yeah, the XP, even with like the persistent posse bonus on top of that, I just feel called arms is significantly better in terms of XP though. And yeah, when it says free roam bounties, I believe it means like bounties you find in free mode. Like there's certain like random events where you can find like bounties in free roam. That's tied to like the bounty hunter role. When it says free roam bounties, it's not the ones that you do for the posters though, so keep that in mind. It's those ones you randomly find across the map whenever you're just exploring the free mode of the game, which isn't the most often thing to happen. So I wouldn't rely on that bonus too much. And yeah, all persistent posse creation fees are waived during the period. Persistent posse might be like a couple $100 and stuff, so like persistent posse could be a pretty decent thing to have waived for sure. I think it's a couple $100 for that. And yeah, the most role related like free roam event thing going on will be the trade route. 2 times money and gold XP on that as well. well. Just like those other like more generic free roam things and then the free roam bounty things that pop up. But yeah, trying to remember with Trade Route. Trying to remember with Trade Route if there's even much of like a business benefit for that. I know with like the salvage like collector free roam event, I know there's like a lot of like collectibles you can obtain on hand. I think Trade Route's just purely a free roam event. It doesn't actually give you much benefit for your actual trader business, though. So, I don't feel there's really too much reason to choose Trade Route over any other one that counts towards 2 times, though. So really, I'd kind of just go for whatever ones show up, really. It's not really like a super particular one I would focus on. But yeah, little advice, by the way. If you want a very particular free roam event, there's kind of a way to figure that out. It involves like going on like some sort of like collector map on your like preferred search engine, such as like Google or like any other preferred search engine now. If you look up some kind of collector map, I use like some Gene like Rock one or something myself, I think is what it's called. Certain like collector maps on like your preferred search engine on like the internet can actually list like the upcoming free roam events. It will give you like a set amount of time before it even pops up. Apparently something like that's pretty reliable if you want to figure out like what events are coming up. It's not an official thing from Rockstar, obviously, but it's a very reliable way of checking like what's coming up on the free roam events. So if you like very particular ones only, I would definitely recommend that. Checking something out like that. Then there's Ember of the East, Blood Money Opportunity. And that'll be for 2 times money, gold, and XP. Here are 3 typical things, pretty much. But yeah, Ruby hidden away in the hills of Ingsburg. Alright. But yeah, there's only one blood money opportunity I don't really recommend too much, and that's kind of the one where you like go to roads and stuff. I think there's a blood money opportunity where you like go to roads and stuff, and there's like an interior of like enemies and stuff like that, which pretty much pushes you to use like a shotgun and stuff. So I'm not the biggest fan of that one personally. Ember of the East though doesn't sound like it's that particular annoying blood money opportunity in my opinion, at least. So if you have the capitality to spend, I would probably highly recommend taking advantage of this one. Like I was saying earlier, I was debating doing this for the title ability because there's only 100 characters. I decided I would focus on Coat of Arms for the title instead. But yeah, definitely mean it's one of a couple better things going on, I would say. You just got to obtain the capitality a few other ways, but once you have the capitality, then this could be pretty nice. And yeah, in terms of difficulty, I think it's similar to your like Telegram missions where there's like 3 different difficulties. Except for the difficulties, you have to spend different amounts of capitality, since you have to spend the capitality like currency to do the blood money opportunities. So it's like 15 for standard, like whatever that like mid difficulty is, it's like 20 capitality, and then yeah. If you want the highest difficulty, then it's like 25 capitality. And I think you only hold like 50 at once. So if you want to do as much as possible with like the maximum amount you can hold at one time, then standard difficulty in a sense would kind of be your best bet. I don't know. You could do like 2 with like 15 for like standard difficulty, and then you could even do like the middle difficulty. Not free missions within the 50th capitality. That would be the most you could kind of do in a sense, in that regard. And also prioritizing difficulty a little bit too. But yeah, if you want to do most difficulty, I would say with the yeah, someone's in my way right now. I'm gonna damn it. But yeah. But yeah, you can do the most difficulty for 25 each for the 50 that you can hold at one time. So if you still want to do the highest difficulty, you can still do 2 of those before having to get more capital A for like one time. But I think you can definitely make some pretty alright money on this one. Gold's nothing too special. XP is not necessarily going to be the greatest here right now. This is mainly a money thing for this one. Go on the roof, of course, on the roof. Four and 4 cups. How interesting. Oops. Went a bit too far and fast and stuff. I did go off the ladder, but of course that happened.
Howdy.
Wait, what? Login reward for the post office? What? Why? Why doesn't that just get given to you? Why doesn't it just get given to you new, like the fuck? But yeah, I'm just collecting it for now. I'm not gonna go over it till the end over her what's collecting here. Cause somebody has to be in my way right now, of course.
Always folk coming and going, but I'm stuck right here.
Oh well. Okay. Looks like that's it. Let me just make sure. Sometimes I think it can glitch on here sometimes where I'll say there's nothing, but there is. Forget
Let me
though.
know if you need any information on things.
Yeah, because the one says collect and collect all on there. Weight gain as well.
Hello.
So long. Remember, train's always running.
Where fucking older retard brother must make fucking hella fucking food. Like weird times at night where hella making margaritas or some shit. Fuck no. I'm swearing to get to be in my way outside my room and in the fucking bathroom hallway constantly. Irritating though. I don't know, I'll end up here. I guess I'll take it. Fucking. I don't know. Trying to make sure I'm not in hostile territory now. Can't go over here, fucking. Hopefully maybe get a moment to mention some shit here finally. But yeah. I think that's gonna be pretty decent for money, but yeah, not so much for gold and XP. Not gonna be your most decent option for the event stuff in particular. And yeah, got arms. Title thing here for the 2 times gold and XP. If you complete a whole 10 waves is. But for gold too, gold bars is pretty decent when it comes to like a task you can complete and whatnot. Maybe if you have like a streak of like daily objectives, it's pretty much better than this, but at certain places, but yeah. When it comes to like doing like missions like in separate lobbies and stuff, I think if you complete the whole 10 ways to cut arms, this is definitely one of your better gold opportunities. And yeah, from what I heard when this mode first introduced, when it was something like the 3 times XP, I think would be like 9,000 something. So if you do a whole 10 ways to cut arms, you can make some pretty crazy XP as well. I swear it's like 5,000, 6,000 for like 2 times. Pretty insane shit for sure. But yeah, community outfit. And of course, they make you look at the newswire for the clothing items for some reason. But yeah, I assume the red box and whatever else. But yeah, red box and whatever is probably like a Redder or some shit from Fashion Subreddit again, where they typically pull from. But yeah. The outfit consists of inkstone hat, hunter jacket, everyday overshirt for male or one-fourth shirt waist for female. But yeah, opulent vest. Opulent vest there. Looks like you actually see gold on that one. Saving gold on that one can actually be quite nice. Looks like you save some gold with rifleman gloves as well. Wear the free outfit in. Cobra pants. Okay, there must be some like pants on sale for the discounts, it looks like. But yeah, got pants there for the community outfit for free. Lumber boots for the community outfit as well. And copper spurs for the community outfit there too, and then last but not least, the standard bandana. Standard bandana there looks to be part of it as well. Okay, and it looks like for certain things it's pretty much just certain ones or something. Okay, so it's certain patterns and alright. But yeah. But yeah, weekly bonus for January 31st to February 6th. Just play with Persistent Posse for the weekday. A Tam hat in black. Weekly bonus for February 7th to February 13th will be play called Arms of Persistent Posse. We'll get you a red version of the infantry jacket. February 14th to 20th, complete a blood money opportunity. Any blood money opportunity with Persistent Posse. For that week, we'll get you a pair of silver contra pants. And yeah, for blood money opportunity, I would obviously recommend the Ember of the East and Sun 2 times for the February 14th to 20th weekly bonus if you care to do it for some reason. If you were to, for some reason, care to do that. And February 21st, February 27th, Blind Feature Series with Posse will get you red woodland gloves. There's a lot of Persistent Posse, like clue-in bonus things. Probably go along with the Valentine's Day stuff. Right, finally, someone's on my fucking way. Fuck, though. to be more clear on a couple of these latest things because someone was in my way for a while. The money definitely can be pretty decent here on MRDs, but when you have opportunity gold and XP again, not so much like I kind of said before. Gold on 2 times would probably be under 1 gold bar, I would imagine, still on this one. And yeah, the XP is going to be nowhere near like the 5,000, 6,000 I think you can get up to on coat of arms of a whole 10 waves. So this one's mainly just for money in there. Which nothing's going on for money for coat of arms, it's just your standard amounts in there. Because this one's just gold and XP. But yeah, 2 times gold. 2 times gold should just be 2 gold bars, because being the standard gold bars, if you complete a whole 10 ways of coat of arms, should be 2 gold bars for the 2 times. So yeah, the gold's not too much. If you have like certain levels of streaks for like your daily challenges, I imagine those could easily outweigh the gold you would get in a whole 10 ways of coat of arms. But yeah, the XP I think it's like 5,000, 6,000, because if I recall, when they initially released the mode on 3 times XP and stuff, I think the XP was like 8,000, like 9,000. See, I think you make like 5,000, 6,000 XP up to on like 2 times, which is absolutely insane if you complete the whole 10 waves, of course. So if you can do real good on the coat arms, whole 10 waves, very damn good. And yeah, for map advice, in my opinion, there's one map that's probably way better than the rest for trying to get like 10 waves. In my opinion, it's the Fort Mercer map that tends to be your best map. So yeah, Fort Mercer map. Fort Mercer I like because it's like mainly an interior. You don't really have much exterior to deal with like you do with pretty much all the other maps. So you know, like most of your enemies aren't going to have much of a place to go per se, unless they're like inside, which for Fort Mercer that's not really the easiest thing to happen, especially if you're in a huge group of players per se. You might even try to be able to, might even be able to try to take some like wagons that spawn, and you might be able to like block the like entrances after the like entrances get destroyed, and some of the waves and whatnot. Like the little barricades there initially by those entrances. Things just get burnt up in like later waves. So you might be able to use like the wagons somehow in a sense to reblock those entrances. So I think Fort Mercer definitely provides the best possibilities of 10 waves. So I think Fort Mercer definitely vastly outweighs the other maps for like advice there. But yeah, Red Boxing. Red Boxing is probably one of those people on like the Reddit online like fashion subreddit thing that they typically pull their outfits from. I assume that's the person there. Some like fashion subreddit person in the Reddit fashion community or whatever the fuck all. But yeah, getting the full list of clothing things for that since someone's not in my way right now. That was the Inkstone hat, the hunter jacket, everyday shirt, everyday overshirt for male, or the 1/4 shirt waist for female, opulent vest, opulent vest, rifleman gloves, cabrera pants, yeah, cabrera pants, lumber boots, gold and copper spurs, bandana. Those are all the things there. Go over these weekly bonus things again since I can talk a bit louder now. Without someone being in my way and everything. An aggressive, hyper aggressive piece of shit. What a brother and shit. But currently, just simply playing with a persistent posse for the first week here, just simply playing with a persistent posse anywhere seems to get you a Tillium hat in black. February 7th through 13th, we play Called Arms with a persistent posse this week. They get red version of the infantry jacket. February 14th to February 20th, we complete any blood money opportunity with persistent posse. We'll get you a pair of silver country pants. And yeah, for 14th, 20th, I obviously recommend the Ember of the East blood money opportunity, since that's the one that's on the 2 times for the event month. And yeah, for the Call to Arms advice for the February 7th, February 13th, Fort Mercer again is my recommendation there, obviously. And then yeah, February 21st to February 27th finally for the week 4 for the weekly bonuses. If you played a featured series with Persistent Posse for that week, that will get you red woodwind gloves. It's only for cosmetics though, it seems purely for that weekly bonus stuff that I was mentioning. So I don't really recommend going too much out of your way for it, unless you really want those for free or something. Doesn't feel to be all that worth doing. Yeah. And yeah, this month's discounts. There's 30% off of Coach Drewer horses and then race horses. Those aren't really your best options for horses, really, though. Coach Drewer, yeah, I don't really call Coach Drewer being all that good. Yeah, definitely don't want to call Coach Drewer being all that good. And race horses sound good, but they're really not. Your best horses are actually like multi-horses is a category, I'm pretty sure. And those are like your Norfolk Roadster, like Moonshine, or like roll horses with like the best like hidden stats. And then like Mustangs are actually some of the better horses for the visible stats. Might be able to kind of show off these stats there though, if for the people who might want to know. Okay, don't go in over 20 per game hours, easy, 0.1, 200 XP, nice. Yeah, not exactly with the catalog. Okay. Bro, there's multiple different types of like the resources and like, I mean, yeah. Quadruber, I think, is a certain type of horse, and then I think like race horses is like a whole like category of horses. But yeah. This seems to be your best option here in terms of like your stats. And that's like 4 and 4. So 0 and 1 are the same, so up and by 3 more would be like 7 and 7 for your stamina and health. And yeah, your hidden stats aren't the greatest either for the speed acceleration. Those are your more hidden stats that you can't see everywhere per se compared to your like cores and whatnot. These are even worse than that. These are pretty much on the same level as the other one I was doing before. See, those aren't very good horse options. Again, your pretty much best options are like your Norfolk Folk Roadsters for the Main Genre DLC, and then the Bounty Hunter expansion brought some like new Mustangs. I think they have like and Bounty Hunter expansion. I think had like Mustangs that have like the full like health, horse health and stamina. Which this is one of those like Mustangs that have the best like visible stats. So those aren't your greatest horse options, so I'd probably pass on them to be honest. So the horse discounts are not necessarily the greatest this time. And yeah, I know racehorses sound like they could be pretty good, but they're really not compared to some of your other options, again, as I kind of mentioned. 40% off apparently on both saddles and improved saddles as well. But yeah, your saddles, you want to pay a lot of attention to the saddles actually, because they actually have like statistical benefits sometimes. So you want to really make sure to pay attention to those stats to see what stats you're getting on the different saddles. So it's not just purely cosmetic, the saddles can actually be pretty worthwhile to get. So keep that in mind. And then 40% off revolvers and high velocity ammo. Revolver, I think easily the best revolver in my opinion would definitely go over to the Lamont revolver. Lamont revolver definitely has the most utility, I would say, of any of the different revolvers, and says shotgun slug as an option as well. And yeah, the shotgun slug you can use for the Lamont revolver actually counts as special ammo as well, which means you get a little bit of extra XP per kill and everything as well. That's always very nice. Yeah, high velocity ammo is one of those like specialty types of ammo, so I'm pretty sure when you get kills with high velocity ammo you get extra experience, which is kind of the best use for that. Kind of forget what the specialty is of that type of ammo, but I imagine it's one of your better options, obviously compared to obviously regular ammo. And yeah, apparently for your camp you have camp dogs and then camp themes for 30% off discount. But yeah, camp dogs is kind of like the security upgrade, I believe, from like GTA Online with for Reddit Online, where they're supposed to alert you when there's like enemies at your camp and stuff. But yeah, the thing is though, for some of the different outlaw passes and stuff, they've actually provided camp dogs for free. So I don't really recommend buying a camp dog for 30% off. As long as you like played the game when it was like actually getting like content updates and stuff, then there was like opportunities to get like free camp dogs. If you don't have any of those like outlaw pass camp dogs, then yeah, sure, the 30% off thing could be definitely nice. And then you have the camp themes. Camp themes are just cosmetics as you would expect from the name. When I say camp themes though, I don't think it includes the roll ones though, I would imagine. I assume it's more like your regular camp themes, which tend to be a bit cheaper than I think those roll ones are definitely like $700 or some crazy number. Like sure, some of the other camp themes, like the regular ones, can be kind of costly as well, I imagine. But I don't think the regular camp themes would cost anywhere near as much as those roll ones. But yeah, I think camp themes are mostly overpriced, to be honest. So hard to recommend it, but if there's any time to get it at all, it's like when there's a discount. Yeah, it takes care of all the like discounts for now. If there is ever discounts that aren't on the newswire, that aren't on the benefits section, I mean, and I'll mention those later on. But yeah, this month's Prime Gaming benefits, if for some reason you have that for this game, that will go on to March 6th, so you have like one extra week after the event. There's still one extra week for that. But yeah, you get 5 gold bars, 1 gold bar is basically $25 worth of gold, so 5 would be like $125 worth of gold bars for the conversion there. Ruffle boots in red for a cosmetic. Martial coat in black for another cosmetic, and an offer for 40% off a deluxe campfire. Deluxe campfire, I think, is like a campfire you get for your camp, if I recall. So, if it was the wilderness camp, then yeah, absolutely, that would be worth it, because you can fast travel with it if you have like a certain pamphlet, which I think they made for general purchase as well for those that don't have like that outlaw pass, but yeah, it's the deluxe campfire that you get at your camp. And unless you play with like a persistent posse, I don't really think the deluxe campfire is the most necessary thing, if I recall. I don't know, I think there's like small and like a large size camp, so maybe you need the deluxe campfire to have like a large size camp, which maybe increases your size of like the persistent posse or something. So maybe that could be a benefit, if I remember right even. But not really the most useful thing. But obviously if you have the service, you might as well take advantage of it. And yeah, now to mention some more about like hidden stuff and whatnot, that's not on this benefit section for upcoming weeks, or like stuff that they didn't fit in these 2 pages. But yeah, Valentine's Day bonuses. I don't know where you like maybe have that all year. It's not really the greatest thing to go along with it, per se. Since like a login bonus, it's not like a thing you earn, like the weekly bonus, per se. I think it's just a login bonus. Yeah, I'll show it for the catalog, kind of. Yeah. Has to do with like some consumables and stuff, but yeah. Play Reddit online this Valentine's Day will get you 5 chocolate bars. Yeah, 5 chocolate bars you can get for logging in on Valentine's Day. One brandy. And then you get pink and black Oakley boots as well. For the spirit of Valentine's Day, and that's if you go on Valentine's Day, it looks like, as well, in particular on this game. So it's only a 1-day thing if for some reason you really want it. If you really want all that, but I don't really recommend it. I'm not going to bother showing the clothing thing I just mentioned in my name. But yeah. Okay, something seems pretty interesting for the Valentine's Day bonuses. Spread the love by emoting to another player. But yeah. Spread love by emoting to another player for offer for 50% off any established or distinguished role item. So it seems you can get 50% off like some of the higher up like role items if you emote to another player on Valentine's Day, and it's pretty interesting. So I guess I'll go over those then, since I go for completion on these streams. And you establish and distinguish, that's pretty much your ranks 11 through 20 for each of the different roles. And it doesn't say a certain role, so it could be for any role you want, it looks like. So for Bounty Hunter, there's the bolas, thrown weapon. You're most likely just going to lose these. They're most likely not going to be all that effective, so I wouldn't really recommend it for those. For those, plus they're only like $30 or something anyways, so it's kind of a waste for 50% off. Guerrero holster. If you cannot dual wield yet, then the offhand holsters are what actually allow you to dual wield. So if you do not have dual wield, absolutely pick an offhand holster up from the roll thing, 50% off. But if you do have dual wield, it's pretty much just a cosmetic. Bounty wagon. Very useful for yeah, we'll have another little moment again, hopefully. Good bounty wagon. Good for bounty, good for bounty posters, whatever, with like 3 or more player characters. Good for bounty, missions with 3 or more NPCs, essentially, is what I mean. Establish Burton horses, not really worth it. Because there's distinguished ones there. Could be a cosmic haircut thing where you always save gold bars at least. Otherwise, not worth it. Could be a cosmic outfit and emote there. Or not emote, but glows. That's even more gold bars, so that could be kind of nice for saving on premium currency at least. Put Cosmic Alpha in there, not gonna be all that great. Put Cosmic Emo in there, not gonna be really all that great for 50% more, obviously. This is at least 10 gold bars, so you can get quite a decent savings there for premium currency. And yeah. Wrecking horses. Some of your later horse editions, so in that sense, could be kind of nice. Some of the later ones can tend to have some of better stats. But it's not Norfolk Roadster or the Mustangs from Bounty Hunter expansion or whatever, so not the highest recommendation though. Alright, finally, they're out my way again for the second time now. But yeah, naturally, let's establish this English now since I'm going into order of the game. So yeah, legendary animal pheromone pamphlet. That will let you craft the legendary animal pheromone pamphlet. Looks like you need sample of skunk blood, so like a skunk sample, it looks like. Sample of black-tailed rabbit. And a sample of a gray or timber wolf. Looks to be how you craft it. Rabbits and like the wolves I feel are pretty easy to find. Skunks on the other hand, those aren't the most common things I would say. The crafting recipe seems actually pretty easy if that's exactly what it actually is. But yeah. Legendary animal pheromones. I think those increase your like detection range or something where you can find like legendary animals in like free mode. It'd be quite nice if you're wanting to farm a lot of different legendary animals. They're gonna be your more valuable animals for naturalist and trader. But yeah, not really the most necessary thing either. I'd probably rather recommend like watching like a guide on like the spawn locations for each legendary animal in free mode. Plus for legendary animals, I feel the siding missions tend to be better for the legendary animals typically for your siding missions. I'd probably rather deal with like a mission cooldown and finding a bunch of ones in free mode, kind of in a sense. Unless you're not hardcore about luxury animals, which I don't think most people would be. We have 3 gold bars for complete cosmic hair for cut fin there. Only good thing there would be able to save on gold bars. Complete cosmic alpha fin there, that would be a complete waste for 50% off. Bait and bondwood gauntlet. Complete cosmetic there. Again, same thing goes with this offhand holster like the other one. Allows for dual wielding if you don't have it. If you don't have one. And yeah. Not the best gypsy comms. And yeah, for naturalist. Just a 12 gold bar outfit, so you should at least be able to save 6 gold bars on the outfit if you really want this with your 50% off offer thing you can earn on Valentine's Day. With the emo thing, whatever that you use on a player. Complete cosmic emo there. 10 gold bars for the charms here, so that can be another good gold bar saving for the more premium currency if you use it for that. And then you get the best of the gypsy comp horses. But yeah, again, gypsy comp horses won't be your like best couple horse options to Mustang and the Norfolk Roadsters are some of your better options. So it's not one of your top couple options, but you know, Roll Horse, it is one of the later like horse editions of the games, and the later horse editions might have some of your better stats in a sense. But Moonshiner established distinguish your completely cosmetic monocle there. Single bars at least, so you should get a good bit off of the premium currency at least, if you use it for that. Not the best of your Norfolk Roadsters. Complete cosmetic outfit there. Complete cosmetic fin there, but at least I'll save a tiny bit on the premium currency. Polished copper upgrade. That allows for the producing the strong moonshine, which will get you the most money you can make for your moonshine business. So that's absolutely worth getting if you don't have it already. But yeah, you do need your condenser upgrade first, apparently. I think you need to get this one first before you can get that, though. It's not like GTA Online where you can, like, skip the mule custom and then go right to the pounder custom, for example, like you can do in GTA Online. Reddit Online, as far as I know, they make you get the cheaper ones and, like, the lesser good ones before your best upgrade. But yeah, quite a good savings on that one. And yeah, again, if you don't have dual wield, then this can be a very good option there. And then yeah, complete cosmic elf in there, complete cosmic emo there, and then complete cosmic hat there, all in cash though, so I wouldn't really recommend any of those. We're using on the 50% off. And yeah, your best of the Norfolk Roadster horses. Those are actually your best hidden stat horse options, apparently, right there, as I've been mentioning. I actually don't know if you can see those in the catalogs. I'm actually not going to show that, actually. I was going to, but I don't know if you can see the roll ones in the catalog, though. But yeah, they're your best hidden stat horses for, like, the bars of, like, acceleration, whatever. Those bar stats that you can only see in certain menus. So Norfolk Roadster is one of your best couple of choices. Trader, Savage Distinguished there. Completely cosmetic outfit there. Not your best set of Quadriver horses. I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, Quadriver's actually your trader horses. I didn't realize that actually. So maybe the Quadrivers are actually better than I expected then. But they're still not your better couple options, as I mentioned though, so I still wouldn't super recommend it unless you want horses for like all your different roles, then I probably wouldn't go for it. Only go for them, I would say, for the distinguished ones, like if you want like horses for all your different roles essentially. But yeah, complete cosmetic haircut in there, you'll save a little bit on premium currency there. Large delivery wagon. Again, similar to your Moonshiner upgrades, I think you need this medium one first though. So if you don't have medium, you probably won't be able to get it. So make sure you have medium before you get large. But yeah, that can be very good for your 50% off if you don't have it for the bigger trader sales. Again, offhand holster, you mainly want that if you don't have dual wield already. So if you don't have dual wield, then obviously that would be good to get. Hunting wagon. Hunting wagon definitely not as useful as the large delivery wagon, I would say. But yeah, it has its uses. As it says, you can put multiple carcasses, hides, and pelts in there. So it's very efficient. If you want to do a lot of your trader business. Something about it actually is apparently if you get disconnected, apparently actually keep your stuff as well. The biggest use you get out of the hunting wagon is if you were just somehow getting disconnected from the game, you would actually keep your stuff as far as I know. Because during some updates, it would be a pretty common thing for you to be disconnected from the game due to bad optimization and stuff, but yeah. I think the game runs pretty good these days though, so disconnections aren't really that often anymore though. So, kind of best benefit, the hunting wagon's not the biggest thing anymore. Like, yes, it's useful, but it's mainly only useful if you get disconnected from a lobby. Otherwise, your horse can do just fine, I would say, in most cases. For getting stuff over to your camp. Complete cosmetic ring there for 4 gold, so at least you'll save on the premium currency on that one if you use it for that. And then, yeah. Pump action shotgun variant. First weapon variant I'm having to cover for the stream here. So for those that don't know how they work, from what I've seen at least, from my experience, if you get a variant, it actually locks out the ability to get the attachments. So either the variant comes with all attachments, or it actually prevents the ability to buy attachments, being a money saver. So being a money saver or coming with all the attachments, either way, I think it's very nice. It's not just a variant, it's not just a cosmetic per se, it can be a money saver as well. Or of course might come with all the attachments with the purchase of it. Yeah, I definitely remember when getting weapon variants, you can't get like the attachments or something, so it could be a nice money saver if you get the pump action shotgun variant. But I don't think it's the most useful weapon though, so. And then yeah, for distinguished, completely cosmetic stuff and cash there, so I wouldn't recommend those. Completely cosmetic brass spectacle. That costs gold, so at least you'll save on premium currency. And then, yeah, the quadruber horses. they're the trader horses. But yeah, they're not your best of the Norfolk Roadsters for Moonshiner, and then they're not your, and then they're also not one of your more like newer like Mustang variants that have like the full health and stamina for the horse stats. So yeah, they can be pretty nice if you want like some sort of roll horse for every single like roll. But otherwise, I probably wouldn't bother too much on that one. Plus, even without the offer, it's actually on like a 30% discount. It's not the most necessary thing this time around, at least. And yeah, last but not least, this time was distinguished for the collector roll. But yeah, completely cosmetic outfit here. Got some cash. Horse lantern. Horse lantern obviously nice for. Horse lantern obviously is nice for lighting up your nearby area with your horse. But yeah, not the most necessary thing at all though. The only area where it would be like super useful would probably be like the cave area in the game, like that one like cave in like the Angsburg kind of area and stuff. Oh wait, the Angsburg mines, it could be pretty good for Angsburg mines maybe. And then yeah, there's like that cave of like the waterfall and stuff not too far from that, I believe as well. So there's a couple like very situational areas that can be very helpful. But otherwise it's only really helpful for nighttime. It's not the most necessary thing, but can be pretty nice regardless. Gold bars for the balloonist goggles, apparently. So you can get some pretty okay savings on your premium currency here. 2 gold bar like your caffeine here again, so we get a tiny bit of saving on the premium currency there. But yeah, offhand holster again, that's the thing that allows you to dual wield. So if you don't have dual wield, that's nice, but if you do have dual wield, then it's pretty much just cosmetic like anything else. And yeah, volcanic pistol variant, same thing with the pump action shotgun variant, whatever. The way variants work is apparently they lock out the ability to get attachments, so either the variants come with attachments or it acts like a money saver where you don't end up having to buy the attachments much anymore, so could make it nicer than you would anticipate. And then not the best of your Creole horses, because those are indistinguished. But yeah, complete cosmetic clothing thing there, and then complete cosmetic emo, and then complete cosmetic outfit there, okay. Wouldn't really be the greatest uses there. Complete cosmetic thing here, but at least it's in the premium currency, so save a bit there if you want. And yeah, the best of the Creole horses. I only really recommend it if you want like some sort of roll horse for every single roll again. Otherwise, it's not your like best of the Mustangs or best of the Norfolk Roadsters, which are your better options in the game. And yeah, that should have been everything for established and distinguished for either the 5 different roles. For that 50% off thing, if you use like an emo on another player on Valentine's Day, apparently is the thing, according to the newswire. So yeah, that was kind of a lot of possible savings there to mention, depending on what you use your offer for. And yeah, reward and offer for the Valentine's thing gets delivered within 72 hours, so I would probably say on like the 17th or something, you could probably get that all by. Feature series. Actually, I don't think the money opportunity was mentioned yet. Actually, in the like benefits section, so I have to go over that for the online menu, I guess. But yeah. But the featured series has 3 times money in XP. But yeah. Because you're going to separate lobbies, I don't really recommend 3 times money in XP for featured series though. Your money is obviously not going to compare to your like blood money opportunity, and you can do that more in free mode than you can with like the featured series. Blood money opportunity is more of a free mode thing than the featured series totally, so it's not as inconvenient to get to. And yeah, the XP. And your XP is not going to be anywhere near as crazy as your called arms, so it's not really great there either. Going through the different event things. But yeah. We had a featured series calendar for the 31st to the 6th, which is right now, and that is Team Up Series. Team Up Series, that is Hostile Territory, Name Your Weapon, Plunder, and Team Shootout. February 7th to February 13th is Race Series, which will be Race, Open Race, Target Race, and then the Open Target Race, so basically every type of race for February 7th to 13th feature series. February 14th to February 20th. February 14th, 20th, that'll be your Bow and Arrow series, which is Make It Count, and then Target Race. No open target race, just regular target race on the February 14th, 20th featured series. And last but not least, February 21st, February 27th will be Hardcore Public Enemy series. And yeah, my PS5 is vibrating like a bitch, apparently. Yeah, apparently my PS5 is vibrating like a fucking bitch right now. Don't know why, it's a rare thing with my thing. God, touch it and it stops, but then when I let go of it, it wants to keep going in accordance. And I touched my PS5 and stuff before, like the plates and stuff. And then my PS4 GTA 5 disc got like damaged and shit, so I don't want to like risk doing much with it. But yeah, anyways, the final of those featured series again on February 21st, February 27th, Hardcore Public Enemy series. And yeah, just a couple month-long rewards as well, apparently. But yeah, month-long rewards. Complete Destroyed by Grief. Complete Destroyed by Grief, which I think is a Land of Opportunity or something. Seriously, why the hell does my PS5 want to keep vibrating right now? Fuck, bro. Alright, yeah. It is a Land of Opportunity. Month-long reward here. Complete Destroyed by Grief will get you offer for 50% off at Camp 10. Camp 10, I think, is pretty much a cosmetic. Actually, no, there is a benefit. But yeah. Actually, no, there is a benefit to the Camp 10, actually. Camp 10s are actually what determines your, like, cores when you spawn into lobby, actually. So yeah. If you see my, like, health, stamina, and deadeye, apparently those cores are actually determined off of your, like, camp tent. So if you have a better camp tent, you actually start with, like, better cores every time you go into another, like, online lobby. So actually the camp tent is actually a pretty worthwhile thing, so maybe it's worth doing the Sword by Grief or not, if you don't have your best possible camp tent yet. Because yeah, that determines how good your, like, cores are for the health, stamina, and deadeye, I'm pretty sure. Every single time you go into a separate lobby, so every time you re-lobby into the game, you can reset your cores, and that's all determined off of your camp tent. So 50% off offer off that amazing offer you can obtain if you want to replay this mission for that, if you've yet to get that. I don't know why they have that as an offer thing there. It's pretty much the last of those, like, one of opportunity missions. But yeah, no money opportunity on it at all. It's purely for a 50% off camp tent, which is a pretty tempting thing since it does determine those scores when you go into each lobby. But yeah, crafting an item at your campfire will get you offer for 40% off the fast travel post. Okay, so yeah. Craft item at your campfire for 40% off the fast travel post. Fast travel post is actually a pretty good thing if you go to your camp a lot. Even if you very seldom go to your camp, your, like, fast travel post can also be pretty good, just like your camp tent. Fast travel post, as you expect, allows you to fast travel at your camp. So you can choose, like, your certain areas, like, you can go to, like, Strawberry and, like, all other kinds of, like, towns and stuff from your camp. Actually makes the camp one of your better, like, starting locations if you want to, like, go into a lobby for the camp. It's actually one of your better options if you have a fast travel post, because you can go to your camp and then you can go to a very particular town instead of having to, like, choose between the 5 different regions or just leaving where you left off, whatever, if you choose, like, free mode on the menu. So yeah, the camp can actually be one of your better, like, spawning options with the fast travel post, because then you can choose a particular town you want, like, right as you go into the game, basically. Then again, I guess there's wilderness camp for that as well, if you have, like, the like, satchel thing, whatever, but, yeah. Fast travel thing, you don't need, like, any fancy pamphlet thing or anything. So it's actually kind of a cheaper option than your wilderness camp for certain fast travel. And again, the camp is more for when you first start in a lobby. The wilderness camp is more when you're playing throughout a lobby. So yeah, fast travel post is very nice to have for a camp. And then yeah, the last month-long benefit thing going on that's not mentioned on, like, the benefits section. Place top 3 in any race. Top 3. Yeah, top 3 in any race will get you the subtotal wave emote. So you get a little emote unlocked from that. So that's definitely some of those pretty worthwhile, like, month-long benefit, month-long reward things going on the newswire. And yeah, aside for that, it's basically just remaining discounts. If there's any other ones that weren't mentioned, then I'll be sure to mention those. Okay. there's only 2 discounts I need to mention, but they're not like significant or anything. So yeah. In addition to the stuff on the right, I think it's basically just a couple cosmetic things in the clothing section. One I already showed off when going over to like, the community outfit. But yeah, as I was showing the pants earlier, there is 50% off of pants. And then there's a female exclusive one, I believe, as well, with 50% off of skirts. So yeah, 50% off of pants and skirts for a couple cosmetic discounts. Besides for that, it's just purely stuff on the benefits section, pretty much. But yeah. Honestly, I feel the discounts aren't really the greatest this time around. Even when you put like horse discounts into account, there's obviously better ones than the ones on discount, as I've mentioned. I guess I'll show the rest of the online menu in case there's something that wasn't there. Yeah, obviously the Toggle Mission Arms, the opportunity thing for MRDs. You can see all those right on the online menu. Featured series. Which the money stuff for featured series wasn't necessarily even on the benefits section, so that's kind of where you find all that. Race series. I think this is a previous one here that was on here. I think I remember this like a week or two. But yeah. That's why I remember the 2 times indicator like months ago and stuff, so I think they just forgot to remove the indicator on here. The race thing is partially true, but I think it's only through like the featured series. So ignore that one though, it's not actually going on right now, I'm pretty sure. I think that's just a leftover from a previous event month that they forgot to remove. And yeah. Once that one was in my way, I already got the weekly collection, so I can go over that now. I think that'll pretty much be it for this stream. It was Herbalist's collection or something. Yeah, Herbalist's collection. As of when I'm doing the stream, which is on Saturday. The week 1 weekly collection is for 2 days, 17 hours, and 45 minutes. As of when I'm doing the stream. And yeah. Week 1 collection is actually not that bad, I feel, since it's all American Wildflowers, which you can find pretty efficiently for the most part. But yeah. Okay, there's one that's slightly annoying here, I think, of these 3, which I'll explain, but yeah. Bloodflower. Bloodflower, I think, is the one that's going to be the most annoying of these 3. And Bloodflower, I'm pretty sure you can actually only get that at nighttime. So the game has to be nighttime for you to be able to get the Bloodflower. So make sure you're looking at nighttime for the Bloodflower. American Wildflowers, you can typically find several of them, kind of. But yeah. Good thing about American Wildflowers is you can typically find a good couple to few of them on the map at like one time and whatnot. It's not like other collectibles where you can only like find one of a kind for the most part per day or whatever in the overworld. Since you have flowers in real life, there's like multiple spots for them. There's multiple spots for each flower in like the game as well, not just real life. So in terms of quantity, the American Wildflowers is pretty plentiful plentiful to find, which is a pretty good thing about the American wildflowers. So the fact that weekly collection is just American wildflowers, it's very good. But yeah, the blood flower, you have to find that at very certain times of day. At nighttime, I'm certain. So that's the one that will be kind of annoying to find. And then you have the chocolate daisy, and the creek plum. With a collector map, I was mentioning a collector map with like the free mode events. You can use the same collector map. Obviously, the main purpose of it is to find collectibles in the game. Using a collector map, you should have a very easy time finding the creek plum and the chocolate daisy. So with a collector map on the internet, like on your preferred search engine such as Google, you should have a good time with the chocolate daisy, creek plum. Again, the annoying one will be this blood flower, because that's nighttime only, I'm certain. But I think the collector map will indicate that as well. Certain collector maps do indicate if like certain collectibles are only like certain times a day and stuff. So yes, that's for a time day requirement. This is a very solid collection to go for. Collection value is $60, which is a bit on the lower end. Weekly collections can go up to like early $100 typically if they're like free coins and stuff. But a very easy weekly collection at $60, that's very doable. Very worthwhile to go for. And yeah, these weekly collections, I think you get like 1,500 experience every time you turn one in as well, so it can make for some very easy XP if you want to keep going for this over and over and over again. Unless you're going to do like one per week or something for each weekly collection or whatever. But yeah, very good one there. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I want to do any sort of like the money opportunities on stream. I don't really think any of them is the most doable one, like in free mode directly, unless I get like a free mode invite, like a free mode mission. I mean, actually I could do the Telegram missions if I wanted, but they're hardcore and they have free games. I don't really care to play it. I don't really feel like spending capital on the blood money opportunity. And, talking about the different event week stuff was, not event week, talking about the event week stuff this time around, I think was definitely plenty. So I think I'm going to be done here. I did as much as I can. I think to mention everything in like every little detail I think was worth mentioning. So it should be a pretty plentiful guide, especially when it comes to like this, distinguish like role items and whatnot, like which ones are worth and which ones aren't. That should finally be it for this stream here. Hope you enjoyed. Next stream will be that boring detail on event week stream where they basically remove the weapon. And that's kind of not a weapon, but basically remove the vehicle, and that's basically it. So like no new content whatsoever on the boring GTA 1. I'll probably be doing that on Monday. That'll be it for the stream. Hope you enjoyed. For real this time.